Welcome back, everybody, to the Cookie Eaters Avalanche podcast. After a nice little bounce back win for the Avs against the Dallas Stars, how thoughts? What are your takeaways from that game on this fine regular Saturday?
I don't even know. I just got home. I haven't really thought about the game much, to be honest with you. I had driving duty, so
No, you got to focus on the roads.
I had to focus on that. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about it. I guess. I guess the main takeaways will come as we go. I guess.
Okay. Well, I got my traditional post-victory cookie here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty good.
I have takeaway one. Avs are good.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. They didn't even play their A game and beat Dallas pretty handily.
Well, right. I mean, there is some,
context.
Yeah, Dallas on the Sega Baba. Granted, they also, I mean, like Jake Ottinger faced a mighty 17 shots yesterday, so it's not like.
Mm-hmm. Right. But yeah, it was a good game. Exciting game. Fun to be at.
It was indeed a good hockey game.
Even just from the other night against Minnesota, just so much faster pace. I don't know if it looked like that on TV, but it definitely felt like it down low.
It was very back and forth.
Yeah.
I like the pace.
I would say the Avs. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think the Avs did a good job. Keeping it smart for the most part, and creating chances. I think Dallas kind of mucked it up to start the game, and the Avs had a little bit of trouble dealing with that, but they broke through that pretty well.
In the third period was really good. The first two were just okay, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, the second period was just a penalty fest, so.
True. Yeah, that was frustrating for sure. But yeah, right. I loved the third period. The first two were just meh for me.
Yeah, I thought the second period was just all right, all things considered.
And yeah, no one could really get going.
Right. And I thought the first period was good enough. I had some issues with the first period. I just didn't. I thought the Avs. I mentioned that Dallas was very. Pete DeBoer likes to do that. Really, like against the Avs, he likes to have his teams run this neutral zone kind of slugfest, and that's what they did. And I think the Avs had a little bit of a problem overcoming that. I felt like they couldn't enter the zone with much control, and they weren't like forechecking effectively enough when they were dumping it in. And obviously, and I did and every time they'd get in the zone, they'd get a shot and it would come back out. And obviously, the one shift that they keep the puck in and forecheck well, they get it's like an immediate goal. So, and I think that was. Yeah. That goal was, obviously, goals are big, but I think that goal was good enough to show that, okay, this is just what we have to do in this hockey game.
Yeah, you just have to keep grinding away. You can't get frustrated. And they didn't. The first period, they could have easily gotten frustrated after, they get denied a zone entry at the blue line for the 9th time in the last 2 minutes. But they didn't. They just kept going. They carried it when they should have, and they dumped it in when they should have. They just kind of let the game come to them, which I think is something they've gotten really good at. So, yeah, they were like, okay, Dallas wants to play that way, we'll play that way, and we'll do it better than them, and they did. So.
Right, and after the first period, I thought they did a much better job getting cycles going. And against a team on the Sega Baba, that's what you really have to do. Kind of wear out their legs, make them chase. I think they did a good job of that.
Yeah, they had one extended shift in the second where the top line was just globetrottering. And just super fun shift. And then I we'll get to this later, but I loved Lars Eller tonight.
I thought Lars Eller was pretty good.
I thought he was so good, man. Just on the cycle, and his defending was so good. He when he was out there against Pavelski, against Robertson, man, they couldn't do anything against him.
He was also feeling it with the puck a little bit. There was that one, like it felt like in the first period, he was just kind of dancing through the neutral zone. Somehow, of all the guys on the Avs, Lars Eller was doing the best at getting the puck into the zone with control.
Yep. I thought as the game went on, McKinnon started to, like, pretty easily.
Yeah, there's.
But early, definitely not.
McKinnon had a little bit of an issue of with being a little too fancy with the puck at times. I felt like
to start early, but not late. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Then he realized that's not going to work. So. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we're talking about McKinnon. Let's talk about this first goal. We kind of did touch on it, but like a great forecheck and a great pass, and just kind of slam a shot home. I mean, shot was
nice. Pass
was
just
the pass was gross.
Dude, you wanted the moose. You got the moose tonight.
Yeah, that's
one of the best. Games. That's one of the best games I've seen him play.
We haven't seen this Moose very much this season because he's had to do a lot of the offensive lifting himself and the scoring. Like this is a little bit more of that older Moose, like the playmaking ability. And obviously, we see it in flashes, but I don't know how many times he's had a 3-assist game this year.
Yeah.
So, just a reminder that he can still just like do whatever he wants, no matter.
It's just that pass was just dirty, man.
It was nice. Speaking of Mikko Rantanen, really quick, did they draw a little chalk outline for Joel Kiviranta at the end of the first period there? Since Mikko brutally murdered him,
he needed his scuba gear
because he went diving so hard. Yeah,
like
that was I just thought that was a weird call from like he has a stick out like this, which I mean, you think, cross checking.
Dallas did it the whole game.
I mean, it's a typical hockey play. You go, that's like you put your stick.
It's just Kiviranta decided to be a little bitch.
Yeah, it's weird because I was on the tail end of like one of the Avs' better shifts of the game, and like, to see the other team come out with a reward after that, it's always a little weird. But I just thought, I just wanted to point out that Kiviranta totally sold it. But the Avs killed off that penalty and the penalty before. Both of those penalty kills were very good. I would say process-wise, for the most part.
The PK was awesome. I know they give up 2 power play goals, but
right? It
was so good. And like the first one, I didn't even see this. I haven't even seen the second one yet because I left. And I don't really care to watch. I just saw that Pavelski scored.
I'll let you take a guess about how Joe Pavelski scored that goal.
Did he tip it in?
Yeah.
No way, dude. I have never seen that before.
That's like Joe Pavelski scoring a tip goal against the Avs? What is this?
I've never seen
like
that one.
April Fool's Day or something. Like.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so predictable. But, no, the first power play, Dallas's first goal is just, from my angle, happens right in front of me. Robertson just plays it slow.
Right.
And I don't even know, man. I'm just trying to think, like, how did that puck get through to Sagan? Like,
Yeah, so
I don't know. It felt like they were doing a good job. The Avs were, and it just kind of hit some things, right? Bounced right to Sagan.
Literally, he's not making that pass to Sagan. He's making it to, I think, Dadonov. I think. Yeah, and Dadonov just whiffs on it, so it goes right to Sagan, and then Sagan like it's this weird bounce off the post. It was completely weird.
Yeah,
especially when you consider.
Right, and it just like flutters in.
Well, and then
it's
you
like,
look at like the power play that led to it, the penalty that led to it.
yeah, and that was some bullshit because Dallas slashes Conver's stick in half. He has no clue it's broken. He plays the puck with it broken. It fully breaks, and then they call it on Confer. Okay, well, like,
How'd the stick get broken?
how'd the stick get broken? It just got slashed in half by the Dallas guy. Like,
And
just
that's just
so
such a
stupid.
weird thing because you see consistently how often they call like when the stick breaks. I think we've seen it. I've seen it earlier this year. Go for the Avs where a guy has like with one arm tapped a dude's stick right as he shot it and it broke. And it's like there's no way that happened. But they always call it when the stick breaks. It's like, but I don't know. They didn't hear it. It was very weird. But
Yeah.
before that, there was a much needed depth goal. This is something Logan O'Connor seems to be this very consistent player year in and year out, where he'll have this really hot stretch in like November, December, cool off a lot, and then right before the playoffs, he just heats back up again.
Yeah, and I believe that's his second goal against Dallas this year. I think he had one in the reverse retro game.
Yes, he did. You're right.
So, yeah, good. I mean, that's one obviously. Injured once back. That was pretty soft, but
yeah, but it is a nice
he got
play.
around Heiskanen in the high slot, and instead of shooting into the chest, he actually gives it a chance to go in, and it does.
Right? Yeah, Logan O'Connor just dunked on like two of the Stars' best
Miro
players.
Heiskanen, dude, it was awesome. So,
yep,
really nice. Oh, and not to be forgotten, the little play by Cogs in the neutral zone.
Yeah,
just
he's
beautiful.
had a few of those where he makes these really nice passes in the neutral zone. What was the other one? Hold on, I have to look. Oh, it was in the Arizona game on Byram's goal.
Yeah. Just really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really nice play to spring that. Yeah, beautiful goal.
And I mean, you notice how O'Connor, like, I think that's what makes a big deal on that shot is the way he re-angles his stick, his little push deke that he does there, gives him that space. And that was a really good part of that goal, especially big coming after a really terrible power play from the Avs.
Yeah, power play was hit or miss.
It was, yeah. I mean, I actually thought, well, how was the second one or the third one? I think the third one was all right. It was, I mean, obviously, I thought the first one was solid. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but they do score on it. Kind of like, I mean, they score on the power play, but it's not like from like a power.
Right, that one was like, yeah. It was not very good up until like the face off, and then it was really lucky.
And well, yeah, that's one of those moments where face-offs matter. And I think after because JT Compher, well, I mean, you had to win the face-off to get that to happen. But like, it's not like I don't think like face-offs matter consistently, but every so often you'll get a goal.
Yeah, end of the period like that. Actually, I agree.
Yeah. And someone pointed this out on Twitter. I don't know if you remember Neil Yakupov back in his day scored a buzzer beater.
I was at that game.
Really?
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
Dude, I totally went to the bathroom. And then I'm in the bathroom, right? Because there's like 0.4 on the clock when I go up. And I just hear the horn, like, brrr. I'm like, what? And, yeah.
Yep,
I couldn't believe it.
Neil Yakupov, couple of legends right there.
I just couldn't believe it. I remember EJ scored that game. Little 5-hole on Ben Bishop. That was Wessy's first hockey game. He was 3 years old. Fun
That's
fact.
nice. I watched like the short recap version of that game the other day.
Did you? What? That's so random.
I have this playlist and I just press shuffle and I like skip until I see one I like. So I skipped through a lot of the 2021 ones. I think I watched the one where like the Avs beat Vegas like towards the end of the season.
Oh yeah. Oh, in Vegas, the 2-1.
Yeah, and then I
where Taves snuck back door. Yeah.
And then I think I watched the one where the Sharks won against whatever that goalie was in like It was that one where Connor Timmins had that like pass.
that goal, that no one knew the name of, and Kale scored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we should get back to this game because it was really fun.
Yeah, no. I mean, we already touched on that goal. And then, I
Lucky
mean, it
ass
was
goal.
pretty much the third period was just kind of the Avs just being like,
We're better. You're tired.
yeah. Just, and I mean, there was the goal that was taken back. Now, I mean,
And that was like some bullshit. Like that was some back alley schoolyard bullshit. Like just the puck just like bounced around and just bounced around some more, and it
yeah.
landed right on the Dallas guy's stick, and it was just like, come on, you know.
Well, yeah. And I mean, that shift was also really bad from the Johnsons. That was like,
EJ turned it over in the neutral zone, but I actually didn't love the play by the person he was passing it to. I
it
forget
was
who it was.
O'Connor. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that was my thing is that I was like, look, I don't
I don't
like,
like the pass.
yeah, no. And it's just like, the problem is he didn't really give O'Connor a chance to do anything. He leads him
Right.
so far that he has to reach out, and then by that time, the Dallas player just steps up.
I just feel like OC
he
could
was
have made
already
a bit of a
tired.
better play, though.
Probably.
Like I'm not
Be
putting it
more
on him,
competitive for
obviously.
sure.
Yeah. But sorry, just watching the end of this Vegas Minnesota game. Minnie's got an empty net, and it looks like Vegas is gonna seal the deal. Nice. Let's go. Vegas is
Vegas is
gonna
going
beat
to
Minnie.
Okay, that's
Yep,
good.
4-1.
Good stuff. Thanks for being helpful for once, Vegas.
Well,
should we talk about these empty net goals really quick?
I mean, the first one is like Mikko's never getting 50. Like,
Right, yeah.
in the moment.
He throws that one
of course
to
Val
Val.
tips it.
It wasn't going to go in anyways, but
no, but like I was just like, come on. And then Dallas scores. You said it was a tip in. I believe you. I've seen that one before.
yeah, no, it was a shot from the point. Pavelski tipped it like right at his shoulder and down, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I could probably just go back into my memory and find that exact goal.
You just picture Joe Pavelski doing that, right?
Oh, Game 7.
Oh, all right.
Boom. There it is. Found it.
Which one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't like Joe Pavelski.
Nah, I don't either, man.
And then the Avs. It was they pulled the goalie again, and it's kind of like there's a minute left, so you're like, all right,
okay.
The one last gasp, and then Mikko Rantanen just goes bar down from the blue line.
He sure did.
I gave it like an audible holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't even see it, and I saw it after and was like, okay.
That dude, the sound it made was like fucking
yeah.
Oh my god! Tink. If I hit it with a hammer, I don't think I could make it louder. Are you ready for the Avs to lose against San Jose? Are you ready for that?
No, San Jose's won 2 in a row. They're dominating the Coyotes. I think they're due for 2 losses in a row. Is what I think.
I mean, but the Avs have a chance to take the division, so that means they'll lose because that's what they just keep doing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if the Avs beat San Jose these 2 games, like they'll be in first by the end of it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like if they can get the Ducks game and the 2 San Jose games, and then you lose in LA, like LA is just the free space on the bingo card. Like, I feel like you feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, if you get 6 points out of the road trip, you're happy.
Yeah. Although it would suck if you like beat San Jose twice, beat LA, and then lose to the Ducks or something. It's just like,
yeah, no, you definitely. I mean, if you can get a sweep, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
They're at how many points are they at now? 96. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're tied with Dallas with a game in hand.
Right. And then they're 1 point behind Minnesota with the game in hand. So back to controlling their own destiny. They get another
spot they were in. Yeah.
They get another chance.
They do.
The universe just keeps giving them chances.
It sure does.
So, but I mean, I think one other thing to talk about in this game, I don't think he was highly tested, but I think Alexander Georgiev.
Oh, he was really good. He was so good. He was so good.
I think, obviously in the third period, he didn't face a whole lot. He saved like 0.43 goals above expected. So, but Dallas ended up 0.43. Dallas ended up having the lead in high dangers, 12-10.
Per Money Puck. Money Puck says 0.97.
I'm looking at Natural Stat Trick.
Oh yeah, much better website. I should look at Natural Stat Trick with you.
Yeah, but he made some really big saves. I think especially in the first, there was a little bit. When you have a 2-day break, it can take a little bit of an adjustment period to get your legs back, and it definitely was the case for the Avs. So it was good for him. This is you hear this all the time. Keep them in the game from the start so they can get their legs, and then they just kind of locked it down, so he didn't have to do a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, it just got like we touched on. It just got gradually less competitive as the game went on.
Right. Exactly. The closest it got was Dallas scoring, but Suter pushes O'Connor into Georgiev, so it's just
right. Yeah, we didn't really touch on that call, but I
thought. I mean, what did you think of the what did you think of the challenge?
I thought the challenge, because it's goaltender interference, so I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. Especially with 10 minutes left, it's like it's scary. But
Dallas goes on their 5th power play of the game.
Never doubt Brett Heimlich.
True. Yeah, and apparently, my dad was texting me. He was like, "Altitude says it's like textbook goalie interference."
Yeah, they were super adamant about it, and I was like, I see it because he clearly pushes him in. My problem is that I didn't think O'Connor really made this big attempt to get out of the way, but I think we can kind of get away from that standard. I don't know if you remember. I don't know. I
just feel like he's entitled to that ice, and Suter just pushes him into the goalie.
Yeah, no, Suter completely just interferes, and Georgiev can't make any play because of it. It's clear that Georgiev, especially, he couldn't have done anything different on that goal, and it's instigated by Suter, and I think that's why. You can complain about it all you want. I don't think it's really worth complaining about, and it didn't matter anyways. They only scored 2 goals in the end. It wouldn't have. Yeah.
I feel like with the way the Avs were playing, it probably would have been okay, but if they got it wrong. But thank God that's not the world we live in.
Right. Also, I don't know if you they did call too many men when Dallas didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, and I called it. I mean, it was really funny. I way before the arm went up, I was just like, wait a minute, that guy's got to get off. And then of course he sprints to the bench, oh shit,
he dives off.
Yeah. And then
they had a pretty questionable change on one of their power plays too, where there was 10 dudes on the ice, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's I guess if there's so many, I don't know.
There's so many guys, the refs are just going to be so flabbergasted.
Yeah. So. I feel like the guy who dove back to the bench could have done a way better job of disguising it. He was like, "Oh shit," dives back to the bench instead of, "Oh, I'm just gonna casually stroll my way."
Yeah, nothing, no subtlety there.
No,
just GTFOing. Well, dude, I don't know how many other takeaways there are. This game was a big win. To keep pace with these guys, and now you have a chance to overtake them.
What'd you think of JT Compher?
He was all
because
right.
I thought he was horrific.
I
Like,
thought I think
bad.
outside of the penalties, I was like, he's all right. I don't know. The second line wasn't very good tonight. I didn't like the second line didn't do a whole lot.
I
I
liked
thought
Val. I didn't
I
like the
think
other two.
yeah, Val had his moments. I think Val's best was off the puck. I just think with I don't know. I think they might need to like
Hmm. I'm looking at Converse Fancies and they look pretty good. I just did not think he was good. It's just a
I thought
actually
yeah,
let me see.
I think honestly they might want to consider putting Malgin on that second line.
Uh,
Him and Val were vibing when they had it before.
yeah, man, Newhook just has not been good, which is sad.
He continues to not produce, and it's
Hmm.
getting kind of frustrating. How many
Yeah.
you gotta I don't know.
I
Maybe
also thought Sam Girard had a rough go. Did not like
uh
Sam Girard.
yeah,
I feel like the thing about him is usually the hate comes from he plays good but makes the big mistake. Today, I thought he played bad just the whole time. Like, it was like a small mistake after small mistake after small mistake. Um,
I don't
I
know.
just didn't like
I
it.
thought I wasn't pleased with the. I thought the Johnsons were. I don't think they were great. I don't think they were bad. They were just
Yeah,
so up and down,
right.
and that was. I mean, that was something
Hmm.
for me.
Yeah, they had that one shift in the first where they just like cycling it around the zone.
Right. Yeah, they would have a shift where they'd cycle it, then they'd have a shift where they, you know,
They'd be stuck in their zone. So,
yeah.
um, yeah.
It's actually kind of weird. The fourth line's fancies look pretty bad.
Yeah, and I actually thought they were okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of them. I thought they were getting hemmed in a lot, but they obviously got the goal, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like
They did get the top line for Dallas assigned to them a lot,
yeah,
um, which I think was part of it because there's just such a big talent discrepancy.
yeah,
Um,
and I don't think like I mean as far as like expected goals, I don't know. Let me see here. Uh, yeah, no, still not fantastic. I don't know.
well, I wonder what the surprise songs were from the Eras tour tonight.
I don't know. I feel like there was something else random that I was going to talk about. Now that you remind me of Taylor Swift. I don't know. All right.
Gotta
Well, I mean,
update. Gotta
what?
update my Swifties here. Um, so uh, yesterday was Sad, Beautiful, Tragic, and ours. Um, doesn't show today's yet though. She definitely already sang them, so we're gonna have to check TikTok. Are you kidding me?
All right. Well, how about we give your disappointing players really quick? Disappointing player.
Comfer and Gerard.
Comfort. Okay. God, for me, I don't know. I think Newhook. I don't know. This is kind of just a
Yeah,
built up thing. I'm just kind of getting
him
tired of
too.
it.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Miko 1.
Okay.
Nate 2. Georgiev 3.
I'm gonna go Georgiev 3, O'Connor 2, Miko 1.
I don't know, man. Nate was really good.
I thought he was fine. I don't know.
He was really good.
I don't know.
For me, it was more like just the way he was committed to. He was committed to. Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't really cheating the game like you see him do sometimes. Where
Yeah, but
like he was committed to taking the puck and going all the way instead of like drifting through the game.
yeah, no, I
Like
don't
he
think
did
he played
against
bad.
Minnesota.
Um, I thought the first pairing was really good tonight.
Yeah, those two were really good.
This was one of those games where like Makar had I think he was having like equipment troubles or something. That's what they said.
Fucking hope. So there was one moment too down in the corner where Bo was really slow to get up.
Yeah.
So just something to keep an eye on.
And I mean, you hope that it didn't get too chippy last time against San Jose, but that's something you can hope for in these two games. That if the team plays well enough, you don't have to worry about that kind of crap.
Right.
Against a team like Dallas, they have Jamie Benn and some.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Well, I think that's enough for us. I got to go do my best Essa Lindell impression and go lay down.
And Kiwi Ranta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he fell down. He dove. I'm not going to dive. I'm just going to lay down and just stay there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Avalanche Cake Eaters podcast, and we'll catch you next time after.
It was Death by 1,000 Cuts and Clean.
Clean. Okay. Well, I don't know either of those. So.
Death by 1,000 Cuts is really good. Clean, I've heard it a couple times. I don't know how to feel about it.
Oh, there you go. There's Blake's daily Swift breakdown.
Yeah. Just, got to keep all the Denver people updated so they know what's in play for the surprise songs when she comes here.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
See you next time, everybody.